Hello YouTube, B3 here back with another kicking action figure review. Yes, today's review is over the Build-A-Figure Hobgoblin from the Marvel Legends Infinite series, Build-A-Figure Hobgoblin Wave. Yeah, and it's also, many have been calling it the second Spider-Man wave, so it's really cool. I really like how they're doing Marvel Legends now. I'm really loving it. I'm buying more Marvel Legends now than I ever have before. Also, there's a fly in my face! Get out of my face, fly! I've had way too good of a day for you to get up in my face. Whew! But yeah, here it is, folks, the Hobgoblin. This is the Phil Urch Hobgoblin, who's kind of like a Peter Parker gone wrong, really. Love the character. Really cool figure, also. Very, very neat. I'm really digging him. Comes with cool accessories and all kinds of stuff. So, you know, let's pull back a little, take a good look at this figure. Yeah, he's a very nice figure. Very nice figure. He's got some cool accessories. First up, you know, his flame sword here. Come out of that hand. Blup, and that's his flame sword. Yeah, look at that flame sword. Look at that flame sword. I really like the look of his, like, plasma here. It looks very good. Great, great stuff right there. This is all stolen gear, just like the original Hobgoblin. But it looks really good. Really nice sword. Great detail on the hilt there with the pumpkin and all. Just very, very nice. Looking real good. And then he does come with just a blank hilt, which is smaller. And it plugs into the back here. So if you don't want to display him with the sword, you can still have him displayed accurately with it sheathed right there. Which I think is really, really cool. I mean, that's really, really neat. That's a neat little thing they did for this guy. You also get a pumpkin bomb. I'm really glad because I don't have any pumpkin bombs, but I have a few goblins, so I'm glad I got a pumpkin bomb with this guy. I've been waiting for this figure too. But this is the pumpkin bomb holding hand, and it can kind of just sit in the hand like that, or you can put, you know, this little flame part between the fingers, and you can hold it like that. But as you can see, it's got a little pumpkin face on it. Right there. Very, very cool. So yeah, that's accessories. Now let's talk about some articulation. Yeah, articulation in the head's a little limited because he has this hood, but the hood actually looks really good and it's accurate. But he can look up, even though it kind of goes into his hood and stuff. Mine might not be 100% on the joint, but he still looks good. Side to side, just a tiny bit, not much. But he does get a ab crunch a little forward like that, back like that, you know. It's not the best ab crunch just because it clicks like that. Also up and down in the arms, forward and back, you know, you got that bicep swivel right there. It's kind of halfway in the bicep instead of all the way in the back, which is fine. It doesn't really make a difference on this guy. Double elbow bend, as you can see, forward and back on the wrists there. Good movement. Also a swivel, which is real nice. Then you got a waist joint also. In and out on the legs. I like how these are separated so it doesn't really hinder much. It still does, obviously, but not as much. Forward and back, also really good. Got a thigh swivel there. You got a double knee bend up and down on the foot, and he does have an ankle pivot, which is really nice. So yeah, good articulation for a figure with so much stuff going on. You know, he's really cool. I really like him. I wish you could get in-betweens on his ab crunch, though. It's either kind of forward a little like that or back all the way, which I'm not too fond of. This fly is flying into my ear, and I hate it. I should probably redo this review, but I am determined. So yeah, really, really cool. Some tips. Put the head on first. For the love of God, put the head on first. Because these get in the way when you're putting it on. And obviously, you know, put this on before the arms. Even though you can slip it on over the arms. Pretty sure. But, you know, detail and paint. Look at that head sculpt. It's a really mean looking head sculpt. I'm glad they didn't make that and the hood one solid piece. It does kind of make it harder to get on since they are not one solid piece. But detail wise, it just looks so much better, you know? So much better. It's got a nice orange. He kind of looks like a pumpkin the way he's sculpted. You see that? It's kind of pumpkin-like elements in his design, which is really cool. I love his claws. They look very nice. Lots of great sculpting on this guy. His utility belt, as it were. I really like the shininess on his legs. Mine has this little silver spludge here, like where paint dripped. And it really bothers me, but whatever. peg holes, you know, on his feet. He's got these straps there. He's kind of got some stitching down the side of the legs also. That's pretty cool. The wings look great. I wish they were articulated, but they look great. They got lots of great little details in them. As you can see, he's kind of scratched up and stuff. Looks really nice. He's just a great looking figure. He's so cool. I really dig him. But now let's get into those size comparisons. First up, here he is with some recent Marvel Legends. Here on the left, we have the Thanos Build-A-Figure Wave Batroc the Leaper. And here on the right, we have the Odin the Allfather King Thor Build-A-Figure Wave Captain Marvel. And these are both good figures, good molds. You know, Batroc has the Bucky Cap mold, and I think that he scales well with Hobgoblin. And then, you know, Captain Marvel here scales well with him also. You know, I think she's a great female figure. But, yeah, you know, I think he seems to scale well with your other Marvel Legends. Did you see him? Did you see the fly just then? Now here's with some older Toy Biz Marvel Legends. These are from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie. Here on the left we have the Superposable Green Goblin, and here on the right we have the Battle Ravaged Spider-Man. And I actually think he's too big for them. I really do. Definitely too big. He's a bit bigger because he's a Build-A-Figure, but he's still kind of like a good size so that he scales well with everyone. But he is, I do feel he's too big for Toy Biz. He's too big for Toy Biz here. And here he is with some Marvel Select figures from Diamond Select Toys. Here on the left we have Superior Spider-Man, and here on the right we have Anti-Venom. Both really cool figures, but sadly they do not scale well with Hobgoblin here. I have to say that he does not go well with your Marvel Selects. He's just too small, even though, you know, he's a Build-A-Figure and stuff. But he's too small. You know, he's just really going to scale well with your Hasbro Infinite series. But don't think that I'm going to let you get out of this review without seeing him with the entire wave. So yeah, here's Hobgoblin with his entire Marvel Legends wave. You know, from left to right, excluding him, we got Anti-Venom, Spider-Man, Mayday Parker Spider-Girl, Ultimate Spider-Woman, Spider-Man 2099, and Daredevil. Yeah, so really great lineup, really cool wave. Not the perfect Marvel Legends wave, or they'd all be 5 out of 5s, and they're not. And I have reviewed these guys, so check them all out. They're really cool. But yeah, you know, I think he scales well with all of them, except Ultimate Spider-Woman, who I feel is too small, which is too bad, but that's her flaw, not his, obviously, because he scales well with everyone else, I feel. But honestly, yeah, really good scaling overall. He's supposed to scale with Hasbro Marvel Legends, and that's what he scales with. So what are my final thoughts on the Phil Urch Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure from the Marvel Legends Infinite series? Well, he's really cool. You know, I've recently gotten big into doing Build-A-Figures. There have been lots of great ones I've done, you know. For example, you got Ultimate Green Goblin. You got this Hobgoblin here. Working on Thanos and stuff, you know. Lots of great ones coming up that I'm going to do. Just really, really cool. Really love this Hobgoblin. Very glad to have him in my collection. I haven't had a Hobgoblin figure since I was a child, and he's always been one of my favorite characters. So I'm really glad I got this Phil Urch one, because he's a great modern Hobgoblin, even if, you know, his persona isn't currently Hobgoblin in the comics anymore. But, yeah, just really, really cool. All in all, I gotta give this guy 4 out of 5 stars. You know, he's not the perfect figure, but he's really, really good. You know, maybe I wish the wings were a little articulated. You know, that's just like a small thing, though. Maybe the ab crunch could be a bit more fluid in its movement, but maybe they made it ratchety because they thought he'd fall over with the wings. I don't know. I feel like they did the best they could with the leg movement and keeping the character design accurate, you know, by splitting up his utility belt. So I'm fine with that. I got that one paint splodge on my leg, though, that really bothers me. But other than that, paint is really clean on this figure. Really, really clean. There's some on his buckles, like the buckle on his belt and the buckles on his torso there that you can see, where the paint's kind of bleeding off of it a bit, but that's really it. It's just the silver parts. But still kind of, you know, a flaw when there's lots of those silver parts, you know what I mean? Also, I'd like to apologize for the cows. They just started mooing out of nowhere, and they won't be quiet, so, you know, that's my burden to live with. But yeah, thank you all so much for your support. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, all that junk. And I will see you all later.